Hey, what's up? It's your boy L7. Oh my goodness, I'm super excited. Yeah. Now this guy right here. Okay, I watched his material right on his YouTube channel. Now he might be changing that, so he's about to tell you about that in a moment. But after I saw his material, I demanded that he be added to the Power Anthem Network because this guy is super cool. He's got that passion, he's got that heart, and I could tell he's a lot like myself, you know? So honestly, I was like, yo, I need someone with that fire to join this group because we need to turn it up, yeah? So I'm actually let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Killer Priest Slows. But if you're from Twitter, you already know that I changed my name recently. It's Low Servant, just like my at it's Low Servant High Priest. So yeah, man. Fucking my boy, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No doubt. I was definitely feeling that like when you say like, servant, because really, right, the highest calling is to serve. That's what I believe, you know? Yeah, a good king is one who serves his people, not one who just like, is wealthy and takes advantage of everybody else. You're kind of a dick, you know what I mean? But if you serve others, that's the highest calling. So I really like that name, man. That was really cool. Maybe that's from your spiritual aspect, I don't know, but what made you put service inside of your name like that? I really like that.
You know what? I believe that I'm a servant of the Most High. I'm a servant of God. So that's where that came from. I used to have another handle for was which was servant of the Most High. But this is what it is now. Killer Priest. That's when I'm angry, man. You don't want to see that guy. You don't want to see the Killer Priest. But
Yeah.
more than anything, I'm a man. I'm a servant of humanity. I'm a servant of people, and that's what I feel my true call is.
Yeah, and I feel like in a lot of ways that like I share a lot of those visions, and that really speaks to my heart, man, for real. Yeah, if you watch my content, you'll know I ain't afraid to fight, but I'm definitely about trying to take care of my fellow man. So I love that, man. Now, as in terms of your background, what's your personal like? What made you decide to start your channel and all this other thing?
Okay, so this is gonna be kind of silly, okay?
Okay.
But one day I kind of always wanted to, dabble in all that. But one day we had a party and I bought this delicious ass beer. I love drinking beer, okay? But I bought this beer and it was so good that I wanted to tell the whole world about it. I was like, man, this beer is so good, and that's how I started my channel. But immediately, like probably the next day after I started the channel, I also I had the idea to bring people on. I had a couple of people on in the beginning, and then after that, I just went strictly to beer tasting and reviewing beer. But what happened after that? The 2020 primaries started happening, and I saw the way that my favorite candidate, the person who I was following, that I was supporting, Tulsi Gabbard, I saw the way that she was treated in the media, and they were treating her really, really bad. And I thought to myself, I have to do something about this. I hate the way that they treat her. I hate all the misinformation and all the lies that they say about her. So, I got to do something about this, and, I started bringing people on from the Twitterverse, and I wanted to people to come on and talk about her and, just build something for her. I wanted to build
Yeah.
something for her, build a chat, build a platform where I can be an influence to people. So that's where everything really started. I want to be able to influence people as far as politics go, and as far as myself, I really hate politics. I was out of the politics and all that. I never wanted to vote again because I'm not a person who's going to vote for the lesser of two evils. I'm not
Right.
meant for that. I'm not good for that.
Yeah.
You have to be somebody who really represents me, who truly represents me. And if you're not that person, then I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
But that's the reality of who I am and why I'm starting to build this. There's another reason. That I'm building this too. It's my spiritual side. My spiritual side, which I feel that I'm a teacher of spirituality. So that's one of the other reasons that I built this channel.
Yeah.
But if it's if the person who if it's Biden or Trump, I'm just gonna fall out of politics and push my spirituality all the way through. you know,
I get
and
that. Yeah.
that's really that's my true calling, and that's why again, my name is servant, Lo Carlos, servant, of the Most High, the high, and I'm the high priest.
Yeah, that really speaks to my heart, man, for real. Honestly, out of I know we just kind of met, but out of the All Power Anthem Network, I already feel like the closest to yourself, just as in terms of like the things you're talking about, your reasons, right? I don't know if you saw my like I actually have a whole playlist called Justice for Tulsi because I also got pissed about the way they were mistreating her. I think she really also appeals to people of the Christian faith or people who are into that because the stories of persecution, the story of standing up for what's right, yeah, and having compassion for others, the sacrifice, the persecution. Like if you look at Martin Luther King, he could have been a real average guy, but it was persecution that made him special, right? Because it gave him a chance to prove his own his conviction. So, right, we would never have known that Tulsi was as great as she is if she wasn't tested to this extent. But now it's our turn. It's our turn, and I love the way that you stepped up. That's exactly what I did as well. So, props out to you, man. I know it's like maybe a little selfish for me to just vent, or like kind of like gush over here, but it really speaks to me on a very deep level. So, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, and can I just say something about you real quick
Yeah. Go ahead.
before you continue? Because when the primaries were going on, I saw you out in New York. I was watching your channel back then, and I saw you out there. You were putting in work. So to you, I say thank you. And I was watching the interviews that you were doing, and I thought it was real cool how you were hanging out with the other volunteers and interviewing
Thanks, man.
them, and then going out and putting in work, man. So that's what it's all about, man.
Did you see
So
the one where
salute to you.
yeah? Did you see the one where I ran at New York Times and flew the flag right in front of their building?
Saw that.
Hell yeah! New York Times trying to do Tulsi dirty. We will show you what's up. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad someone saw it. Yeah, because I think it only has like 100, 200 views or whatever. Man, it's all right though. You know what I mean? That's okay though. You know what I mean? That's all right though. I'm not doing it for the fame,
yeah.
man. I'm just doing it to find people like yourself that really have a true vision and a desire. Because I feel you on the politics thing, but unfortunately, the people who are attracted to politics, a lot of them are narcissists, and they want it for all the wrong reasons. They want access, they want the money, they want the power, they want the fame, right? I have zero desire for that. Actually, I don't.
Right.
Being older and having the knowledge, I don't need a title anymore. I can get things done anyway. So I let other people have the title. I let the youngins have the title, so they can learn how to do it. But yeah, thank you so much, man. I'm glad that my message reached someone. Yeah, it didn't reach too many people,
Yeah,
but thank God. Yeah, it makes sense because we
yeah,
think the same way, though. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Cool. So all right. So since you started, right? Maybe was Tulsi really what kind of got you? Because a lot of people, the way that I interview a lot of people with Tulsi, and the number one way that people got started with Tulsi was when she endorsed Biden. No, I mean when she endorsed Bernie, right, in 2016. Was that also when you found out about Tulsi, or was it 2020?
No, I think the first time I heard about her or read about her was in some article that she was over in Syria or something like that, and I'm anti-war. Not anti-war. I'm not anti-war. I am
Okay.
anti-intervention, interventionist, right?
Yeah.
Because I know the truth on why we really go to these places and you know fuck shit up. We're
Wait,
not
wait a
there
minute.
for a good
What,
cause.
what's your
We're there for
ethnicity?
ourselves.
What's your ethnicity?
We're there for our own selfish interest. My ethnicity,
Yeah.
I'm Salvadorian. I'm from El Salvador.
So El Salvador has a rugged history, man, and the U.S. is involved with trying to have like I'm Korean, you know what I mean? So our countries, right? Like we may be more aware than other people, right? Other people might follow France, right? Oh, look at all the fashion, blah blah. You're following El Salvador, saying why is shit so fucked up? I'm here looking at Korea, saying I see them having the signs "Yankee go home" as a kid. I'm asking mommy, I thought we were the good guys. What's going on here? So yeah, El Salvador's.
Yeah.
Did that? Do you think that's maybe part of the reason why you have such a strong anti-interventionist policy?
Maybe not. I just think I'm
Okay,
not an
it could be other
asshole.
things. Okay.
I'm not a bad person. I don't want to see innocent people get killed. I've always had like a deep care for children, for little kids, and then when I see the videos of innocent people, I don't care if it's a man or woman, but the little kids is what really like touches home for me. Even before I had kids, I don't have to have kids in order for me to feel that way. I don't want to see that. I want to see
How do
little
you get
kids
to see
growing
it?
up.
Because the media now is squashing all of that stuff. Ever since Vietnam, they figured out like, oh, if we show these pictures, people will go against the war. So let's just hush it up and not show them anymore. So where did you get to see
Wow,
these
that yeah.
things?
I'm sorry.
I mean, some of it still leaks out to the news, but I mean, like, are you patched into like any like maybe underground news networks or maybe not as popular news networks? Because I know they don't be
Oh,
showing the bodies on MSNBC.
you know what? I think Eva Karen Bartlett, that was one of the people that I followed in Palestine. And then also the Gray Zone. Aaron Mate, and a few others. Yeah, I've been following these people for a long time. I've actually the original OG that I was really interested in back in 2012, 2013, 2012 really was Ron Paul.
Okay, cool.
He's the granddaddy of the fucking anti-intervention movement. And I'm sorry that I'm cursing on your
No,
channel,
it's
dude.
cool, man. I curse all the time. Yeah, I curse all the time.
Okay, so yeah,
I
so
don't plan on getting monetized either. Yeah,
once I heard Ron Paul talk about what we're doing,
yeah,
I started searching more, and we already had ideas that what we were doing, because of the Iraq War and all that stuff. But when I heard Ron Paul, like that's who I wanted to be president back in 2012. He really opened my eyes to everything that was going on.
cool, man. Hey, it's very interesting to find all this stuff, and thanks for reminding me about the Gray Zone. I still have to sub to that, right? I've heard about that a couple of times. I just haven't gotten around to it, but Gray Zone definitely going to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah. It was actually I saw Aaron Mate on the Real News Network back in the day. I was following them too. But yeah, that's So I read about Tulsi going over to Syria, and then I forgot about her. And then I saw her on the Joe Rogan podcast that she was running for president, and I said, and when I heard her speak, and I can see the truth, coming out of her, flowing out of her. So I was like, that's my girl too. That's my girl right there. I love what she stands for, and just like Joe Rogan said, that's my girl, Tulsi.
yeah,
Yeah,
most
she is.
reasonable people do like Tulsi. It's just like these Democrats, like the small segment population that got like blinders on their eyes, like we must stop Trump, and the only way you can win is through Democrats, right? They just repeat like a robot, right? Yeah. Oh man, they're the only ones who's
Yeah.
stopping her. Yeah, if she had run in a general election, I think she would have had a real serious shot. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hey, you never know, man. Yeah, both those guys are over 70. Anybody could trip and fall. Not hoping that happens at all, but anything could happen. Yeah, anything. Yeah. So I'm not giving
Yeah.
up until it's over. Yeah. We'll see though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think were the biggest obstacles to Tulsi's success in this particular race?
The media, the
Okay.
media and their disinformation campaign, their flat out lies. The first, when she first announced that she was running for president, uh, misinformation article came out about her. I think it was the New York Times or something like that. Or someone. But yeah, the media and their
I have to agree
misinformation and their
100%.
lies.
I have to agree 100% because honestly, right, if the media hadn't lied about it, then there wouldn't have been, such complacency about all the corruption and all the squashing of Tulsi that did happen, right? All the unfair things that did happen, like not allowing her to speak at the convention. If they had treated her fairly, that never would have been allowed to happen. And she would have been allowed to speak at the convention. And she would. So, yeah, and it's really horrible the way she was treated, but I agree with your assessment there. So what's your thoughts about the current situation? We got so many things going on, right? This is like
Yeah.
one of the craziest times that I've experienced in my life, which is weird. But yeah, the whole
Yeah.
combination of all the factors at once. What's your take on the current situation?
you know, as far as COVID goes, I really don't know, how I feel about that situation. I wish that we didn't have it because our economy would be booming, things would be better. But then, we also have these little altercations that are getting bigger and bigger all the time, between Antifa and other people. Flat out, I just don't like Antifa. That's where I'm from. I don't like that what they represent. I don't want the destruction of property. I don't want the killing of black people either, or anybody, because it's not. Look, it's mainly black people that and people of color that the police kill. I just think that there's another way. I think that we have to, keep putting more pressure. Voting the right people, but destroying, property and
I feel you on that.
hating
Yeah.
white hating white people. Uh, I really, and you know what? That is what it is. At the end of the day,
I agree. That's
I don't
super
think
corny.
that
Yeah, but just so
that's
you know, I've actually met some Antifa members before all of this. Yeah, and actually the way that I met them was through Food Not Bombs, giving out food to homeless people. So the thing is that there are probably subgroups of Antifa that are like this crazy stuff that you see on TV. Just like there's probably black people like you see on the TV, like committing violence and crimes, and you think that's all black people. You know what I mean? There's some Antifa members that just give out food to the homeless. I can't really, and there's also like old people, 50, 60, they're not really, there's some probably like, and maybe if they see one of their own get hurt, they start to get excited and do weird things. But I think that the Antifa is really just a caricature of what Antifa really
yeah.
is. But maybe in your community it's different. I don't know.
No, you know what? I think I misspoke a little bit. Okay, because so Antifa is what they show in the public eye,
Yeah.
but I do see some anarchists, and some people, that might have ulterior motives that are out there. Maybe some communists, or just different people, right?
Yeah.
That are out to overthrow the government. We see a lot of videos on YouTube about that. About them trying to burn down government buildings and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's whack. I
And
agree. That's whack. That's stupid. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
yeah, all that's gonna happen is you're gonna get the government to fucking really, step on, crush that movement,
Plus, we
and
paid for that
we're
shit.
gonna have
We paid for
industry.
that. That's our tax
We're
money.
gonna, huh?
Yeah.
It's only that, then we're gonna see our civil liberties really, stepped on, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna get the other side, the patriots. I call them patriots because fuck, I'm a patriot too. I think we're all a lot of us are patriots. But you're gonna get the patriots out there, and you're gonna have altercations like have been happening, and they're not gonna get smaller. They're gonna get bigger. There's gunplay now, so that's one of the things that I'm really worried about. Yeah, innocent people getting caught in the crossfire. Who knows where this could go to? This could go to bombs.
It
This could
seems
go
so
to
ridiculous
something
they
else.
can't just talk it out. It seems so ridiculous. Yo, I'm calling it right now. Yeah, Antifa and the right wingers, I love both of y'all. Come talk to us. We can all have a talk on our show. You know what I mean? We don't need to fight each other. Whatever your problems is, you want to call each other racist and stuff like that. Like, who's not racist a little bit? You know what I mean? And let's try to work
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
What's the real big issue there, huh? What are they so mad about
Not, not,
again?
look,
Yeah. Okay.
look. I'll pay to see them fight for real.
Yo,
I,
boxing
I,
though,
I
for
like
real,
me a
right?
good
Yeah.
fight.
I like
But
that.
but don't be out there. I mean that's murking each other. Killing each other. On the street. Like it's the wild wild west. That's not cool. That's society shouldn't be like that anymore. If they want to
Yeah.
fight, fuck it. Let's put them together somewhere.
I think some of that is like once you get a whole bunch of people in like a spot together, like it creates a certain energy and it creates a certain power dynamic. Like when you look at like after the Super Bowl, right? Or the NBA Finals, right? They be trashing those cities, right? Is that Antifa there? No, it's just a whole bunch of people that realize the cops can't stop us. Oh, let's get some free shit. You know, what I mean, is that necessarily like I'm mad at black people getting killed, so I'm gonna smash this store? No, it's like, oh shit, there's 100 people around. Fuck, we
Yeah.
could get some free shit. That's what I think it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. The looting, and all that was going. The looting. Okay. That's just looting.
Yeah,
I'm talking about what I was talking about earlier is something completely different.
those
But
political
the
things.
looting,
Yeah, the
yeah, was
government attack
a bunch of
buildings.
wild ass. The
Yeah,
looting was just a bunch of wild ass people, going out there to get free shit. They
yeah,
didn't represent a movement. They're
yeah.
just, doing bullshit.
Have you had blackouts in your community, like power outs?
No, not here. We've been pretty good. I don't know why.
Not recently,
And I
but
don't.
like yeah, like over the years, like you heard of like New York City had like a several like large power outages like over like the last couple decades, right?
Really, wow, no.
That's the topic. So like you could look it up on YouTube, like type in like New York City power outages. There's like a couple times when like it went out for like a couple days, yeah. So the thing is that like that's kind of like a hood conversation. You sitting with your boys on the porch, yo. Last time the powers went out, yo, mad dudes got away with mad shit. Like people took mad stuff. Yo, what you doing next time the lights go out? Yo, we taking mad shit. That just happens to be a type of conversation. Just for some reason that comes up every once in a while. You know what I mean? And people don't really talk about that. Yeah, people, the upscale people don't know about those conversations. But in the hood, people be plotting.
Yeah.
Like they be like, yo, 10 years ago, like I wish I was in. I would have taken mad shit, and now the opportunity came, they took mad shit. You know, you could see that happening, right?
I think I probably would have been doing the same thing, had it been 10 years ago or
Yeah.
before.
You know what? Yeah, I get that. That's that youth culture, street culture. You know that's what happens. You know, so I'm not sure that the mainstream media, those people in suits, are really tuned into that and can understand it. But oh well. But yeah, I completely agree with you, right? Hurting other people, innocent people, is completely whack. Destroying property is completely, if you want to destroy my property, then I get to destroy your property. So whoever you are with that mask
Yeah,
on,
no.
I'm ripping that mask off, and who are you? You know what I mean? You want to play hardball,
Yeah.
we'll play hardball, boy. And I like that. Yeah, like just let them fight. Yo, that would be hilarious, right? Yo, you seen Trump in the WWE ring, right? Trump versus Biden, that would be
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm sorry, yeah, but all right, I'm getting off topic, yeah? All right, so look, what are your so you said the COVID thing is crazy, right? So what are your, maybe you want to talk more about the current situation, because I want to ask you how your future plans, right, address what issues you see in the current situation. So you feel like Antifa is causing problems. Do you have any plans to maybe affect that? I mean, I just came with one now, but maybe, I don't know. Go ahead.
Let me backtrack and not say Antifa per se,
Okay.
but they they
But
are
you know,
out there.
yeah, I get what you're talking about. Yeah, those people, yeah, those,
They
yeah,
are out there causing problems, but then there's some other anarchists who for some
yeah,
reason they want to take down the government. Look, as far as me making any type of change or anything like that, what I want is to create a spiritual change in people. Maybe bring them. Look, maybe bring them into spirituality a little more. To get a little more in tune, if they want to. With God and stuff like that. That's just my way. I let the activists do the activist thing. But no matter what, if I see something that I disagree with or that I think is wrong, then I'm definitely going to speak on that. But again, I feel that my big calling is, you know, spirituality, teaching
cool.
people about true spirituality
I
and
want to
stuff like
understand a
that.
little bit
Yeah.
more about this. So I'm going to ask some questions about that. Okay. So I believe you're Christian. You said earlier.
Mm,
No.
I used to be a Christian a long time
Okay.
ago. You know what? I still believe kind of I still believe in the Christian God,
Okay.
but I just believe I just don't uh, I don't believe that that's the only way,
I get
and
that. Yeah. For me, like I say, like it's like a framework, right? Like I come from like like maybe I came from like a taekwondo background, so I know these kicks, like I know that like that terminology, and I know that language and the thing. So what it like when you're watching a movie, like if you see 666, that's supposed to be bad, right? Whereas my Chinese friends who are not Christian, ever never been exposed to it, they're like, what are you like? Who cares? It's just a number, right? Then they watch a movie and they see person wearing red, they're like, oh my god, it's a ghost. I'm like, it's just a person wearing red, and they're like, no, that means they're a ghost. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So yeah, like the culturally, like I do understand those stories, and those parables, and that's my background. So I don't deny it. Yeah,
mm,
but that's cool, man. So the
yeah.
spirituality, so you're not really denomination based. So how do you really, with your spirituality? I guess you're Christian based, but like how has it evolved? Like what's your new spirituality?
So I don't believe in the that. Okay, so I believe that we're all God's children and that we can all reach enlightenment. I think that religion has over time has been diluted by what certain teachers think is right and wrong. Right and wrong is pretty much man, like self-made. So for example, let's say that in this culture here, these people have six. This man has six wives, seven wives, right? But in this culture, you only marry one person. So if you look at that person that has seven wives, we look at them like, oh my God, you are a sinner. I can't believe you're doing that. Oh, you're drinking a beer. I can't believe you're doing that. That's a sin. Oh my God, you're doing A, B, C, and that's bad. But God created us to. Okay, so this is one of my things that I always put on Twitter. The universe creates to live in its creations. So, uh, and God created everything on earth for us, so that we can do whatever the hell we want to do with it. You know what I mean? It wasn't until Adam and Eve ate from the tree, that they learned right and wrong. So, and I have my own. It's not theories.
I
He
like that a lot
quoted the
because it
Bible.
gives people freedom. It doesn't cause everybody to force everybody into one set of rules, and I agree with that, right? Not every, and that's one thing that I think a lot of people forget, right? Nobody has perfect knowledge. So when somebody says I'm right and you're always wrong, like that means that you're arrogant and think that you are godlike. You are not. You know what I mean? So appreciate the diversity of thought. As long as you aren't harming other people and just being straight up evil, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
allow, like and also even in the Christian thing, King David, right, was blessed with many wives and many concubines, right, in the Old
yeah,
Testament.
yeah,
So
exactly.
even the Bible has
Yeah.
many conflicting stories, and that really shows you that, like, actually, here's a story that I like to share with my friends that I think is very applicable, and one of my favorites. I think it'll be one of your favorites too. Yeah. So the thing is that there's a guy who owns a business. Yeah. And he has actually an employee. He's closing up his shop, and his employee's just selling off his stuff mad cheap to like his friends and stuff, and just kind of slacking off at work. So he goes to Jesus to complain, and then Jesus says, uh, "The guy's doing nothing wrong. Go home, close your shop, and that's it." So you think about it, and you're like, that sounds kind of weird, right? The guy's slacking off. He's kind of like ripping off the store manager a little bit. Like it's not really cool, right? Like what's going on here? If you think about it, really, that guy's just doing what's in his own interest because the store is closing. It's wrong for you to impart your morality upon others, and that's Jesus saying that. That's crazy, right?
Mm.
Jesus himself says you cannot go around, right? Just because you believe, right, that you should work hard all the time to the end, right? Even if the store is closing and then you don't have anything to gain by it, right? It's wrong for you to make other people live by that rule.
Mm. I
It's
haven't quite heard that story.
it's
I
only
thought
in some
I thought I heard them
translations.
all, and I thought I read them all, but I
It's
haven't read that
it's
one.
only in some translations. Also, if you look at the Bible, right? Like there's things like there's parts in there with like parentheses and stuff, yeah? And those parentheses were added by later scholars. Those things are not in the original Bible. I think that's almost blasphemy to like add stuff to like the word, but people be doing this stuff and just getting away with it. So there's that part about like eating pork, and then it says like by the way, I still eat pork, right? But it says like eating pork, and this is the part where it's allowed, right? And it says that in the Bible. The Bible literally does not say, and that's the part where it's allowed, right? When Jesus said this word, that they reconstruct Jesus' words to say you're allowed to eat pork. He never said that.
Well,
He said he's not there for the
he
law. Yeah, he like so. Yeah, he is the law, but yeah, he
he
did say that in a
no,
roundabout way. You
well,
could interpret it like that. Yeah, but you can't
he
take
spoke
parentheses
about
and say
John.
you're allowed to eat pork in the
John.
Bible like that. Yeah, that's changing
John
it.
the Baptist.
Yeah.
Jesus said that John the Baptist came neither eating nor drinking. That John the Baptist had a strict diet, that he didn't sway from that diet. There was things that he never put in his body. He didn't drink wine, and he didn't eat certain things. But he said the Son of Man, which is himself, came eating and drinking. And you say that he is a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of sinners. So all these things that the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, they saw as wrong and
Yeah.
bad. Jesus said, no, I'm doing this. You guys say that John the Baptist is wrong, that he has a
Yeah.
demon because he doesn't eat these things or drink these things. And then here I come eating, doing everything that he doesn't do. And now you're judging me for that, So, you
Yeah.
know,
Haters, man. I guess it like last millennia, man. Yeah, they crossed the millennia. Yeah. Hey, man,
yeah.
awesome, dude. So how can like honestly, guys, if you were watching my channel, right? I definitely watch this guy. I'm a big fan. So how can people? I know things gonna be changing. You're gonna be. Is your Twitter gonna stay the same?
My Twitter is going to stay the same. It's,
Okay.
at Low Servant. My YouTube channel is The Beer Experience. And I don't know if I'm going to make it my handle also, Low Servant, High Priest. I'm not sure about that yet. I just think that, I want to get more into my spirituality. which I've always been, by the way. It's just that sometimes, I get a little hood, a little ghetto. But I gotta, change slightly when it comes to that. I don't want to get dragged into the politics where I'm gonna be pissed off all the time because of some lies and some stuff like that. That
Yeah.
really like bugs me. And
When people are being
yeah,
fake, right? But don't worry, I'll keep it with you
I
100.
try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Don't worry. I don't get. I won't
What
ever
was
give you
that?
any of that fake shit. You know what I mean? Probably what pisses you off most is fake shit, right? Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
just keep around real
Yeah,
cats like myself. We ain't gonna have no problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if
yeah,
we
yeah.
have a
Right.
difference in views, we'll still be respectful. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Honestly, I really hope to see your voice as part of the Fridays. Israel has something called there's like a whole bunch of YouTubers get together, and I'd like to really share you with more people, not just my not just my audience, but who might miss this particular episode, but more people. Yeah, I think you bring a lot to the table, man. And I really appreciate you. Yeah.
Right, right on, right on. I'm sorry, I keep. I know you by DJ Elf, but
Yeah.
uh,
That's good,
but
man.
then
Yeah.
I saw your name. I
That's
saw your name
deliberate.
today on the email,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck what?" And it kind of tripped me out. But yeah, right on, DJ Elf, man. I really appreciate you reaching out, man. I really do, man.
I
Thank
saw
you.
that video. I was like, I saw that video like where you kind of like ranting about like Tulsi, and I was like, yeah, this is my guy right here. Yeah, I could tell the fire and the
Yeah,
passion right there. Yeah, we need more of that, man. Yeah,
yeah,
too many people are too
yeah. You know what?
intellectual
That
with it. Yeah,
in that video, man, I was really pissed off because we had a chance to have somebody who was gonna get us out of the wars, who was gonna do their best to save life, save life, and they, the powers that be, they prevented that. The murderers at at MSNBC, the murderers at CNN, the murderers at the New York Times, the murderers at the whatever these news agencies are. They are the murderers because they're perpetuating lies about someone who is going to bring peace. So
yeah.
they're liars, but not only are they liars, they're fucking murderers. They're
Hey, man.
murderers.
Right now, I'd like to ask you if you'd be willing to, like I don't, I used to have a series with Lisa, right? I'm actually probably going to do some more shows with her soon, yeah. But maybe would you be interested in doing maybe a series with me on a weekly basis, maybe maybe bi-weekly basis, whatever. I'd like to do some content with you on a regular basis. I think that you're real cool. I like the fact that you're in Cali. It's a coast to coast type situation. Are you down for that?
Yeah,
Hell
definitely.
yeah! Thank you so much, man. So yeah, man. And do you brew your own beer? Last question. Do you brew your own beer?
No, I drink beer. I don't brew
Okay.
beer.
You might want to try
I
it.
ain't
Yeah.
got time.
I've tried. My friends made some like rye beer. It was so good. So maybe if you're really into beer, maybe you could really make it the way that you exactly want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, man. You know what? I'm so busy all the time. That's why I don't put up so many videos because I'm just so busy with work and kids.
That's
I got
cool.
all
So
that.
that's what's good about us doing the show together. I can do the editing. You just show up, right? You say the thing. You know what I mean? We talk about the stuff. Hopefully, you could come with some topics. Yeah. I'll come with some topics too,
Yeah,
and then we'll just have a discussion and we'll just boom it out. Yeah. I'd be more than happy to, man. I can
that
tell
sounds
you're a
good.
soldier in this. Yeah.
Sounds good.
God bless, my brother. Any last words you want to say to the audience?
No, more than anything, again, I just want to say thank you to you, man. And also thank you for what you did out there in New York. You were putting in work, and I really appreciate it, man. And whoever out there hasn't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and let's get the views up. Get the views up, get the subscribers up. This is for peace, for Tulsi, for positivity, for a better future.
You got it right. Hell yeah. God bless, my man. So I'm gonna end the show right there. We might talk afterwards, but hey, thanks for checking out once again the Beer Experience, or AKA Killer Los, Killer Priest Los Servant. Yeah, and we'll have the links below. And we might be doing. It seems like we're gonna be doing material regularly, so you can't miss this guy. It's gonna be guaranteed. All right, see you guys. Peace. These videos are independently produced and funded, and your support is deeply appreciated. Liking the video and subscribing helps the channel, and ringing the bell icon will keep you notified as to when we upload new content. You can also check out our other social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. We also have our event calendar, links in the description. On our Reddit, you can come in and get on the conversation and check out some of the memes. Like and share, it really helps us in the YouTube algorithm. Every week on Sunday, we have a live online meeting where you can join us in working to create and nurture the change that we need. I'd like to invite you to check out some of our other videos. Until next time, may all your actions bring you success. Stay focused, stay strong, and reinvest in yourself as well as your community. Together, our efforts can be greater than the sum of the parts. The power is in your hands. Thanks for watching.